Nerd reactor, roll out.
What's up, everybody? John here, and it's time to talk about Superman. And in this review, there's going to be some minor spoilers. I'm not going to reveal any major spoilers here, but just stuff that you've seen in the trailers and where it relates to in the movie. And with this, it's directed by James Gunn, and it stars David Cornsweet as Superman. You have Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, and also Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. And my initial thoughts on this is that James Gunn, Superman, what would happen if he were to direct a Superman movie? And so anything you can expect from a James Gunn superhero film, you can expect that here in Superman, because we're going to have some fun action sequences, something that just reminds me of just the Guardians of the Galaxy, that hallway fight scene, or not even that, but also Yondu when he's fighting using his powers. And also we have the comedy, right? It's still here. It's James Gunn, so he's gonna have comedy in a Superman movie, and I think it's you still have some dramatic parts and all that. So I think for me, it's like a nice balance of just weaving in through what Superman is dealing with, and also just the humor behind some of the stuff. And also James Gunn, he likes to bring out these quirky characters, and so we get that with Guy Gardner. We get also Mr. Terrific. He's a standout, and also Crypto. Crypto is one of my favorite characters in this movie. I had a lot of fun with this movie. There's so much happening because there's Superman, but then you also have the other team, the other superhero team, and then you have Lex Luthor, and then you also have to add in the Lois Lane and Clark Kent love story. But yeah, the movie just goes by really fast, and there's a lot of stuff that the trailer hasn't shown, but one of the recognizable ones in the trailer that you've been seeing over and over again is Superman falling from the sky, and Krypto comes to help him. And so the movie starts off almost there. It gives you a setup of the world of Superman with how metahumans are prevalent, and bad guys and superheroes have been fighting each other for a while now. And then it cuts to Superman falling from the sky. And so it starts off with kind of like an action scene, but not really. It's like the aftermath of an action. And that's when Krypto takes him to the Fortress of Solitude. And then we start getting a feel for what this world is in the DCU. And it's not trying to set things up from the very start. Imagine the first Iron Man movie where Tony Stark as Iron Man, he's the first known superhero, the popular one, other than Captain America way back then. But this was a kickstart to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. However, with Superman, it's superheroes are already living among us, and villains have already been doing things, and so it's not a surprise. It's more oh, this is happening again, or this is happening. So pretty much the people in this world, they know that these things happen, and it's a regular thing, but even though they don't want it to be a regular thing. Okay, and at the core of this movie is Superman, Clark Kent, and David Cornsweet. I really enjoyed his performance in this one. He plays this character with a lot of heart and humanity too, just being human. Even though he's a Kryptonian, he's still born and raised in Smallville, in Kansas, and he likes things that other people like, and he has feelings. And I think out of all the the Superman live action films, this is probably the most human Superman I've seen. And even with this, right? Even with just being human, he still wants to do good. He wants to do good. He wants to save people. And even if people are just out to get him, out to attack him, out to push him down, he's I still want to save people. And you see this a lot in this movie. He tries to save as many people as he can. It's and anyone that's caught in a crossfire, he's going to try to go to them, save them. And that's what I love about seeing this in superhero films. When you watch Spider-Man and he's trying to save as many people as he can, especially in Spider-Man 2 was a great example of this in the train sequence. He's trying to save all the people in the train, stuff like that heroic moment. That's what this movie has. And Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, and she's just solid as this character, and she is just great as this reporter for the Daily Planet. and just a nice yin and yang for Superman to the Lois Lane, because Lois Lane is all about just getting to the facts, and it's like, no, she's gonna grill Superman. Like you've seen in the trailer, and she's all about that. But then there's still like that part where she still cares about Superman. You see like how they're trying to work out this relationship, because they are very different people, but they still care about each other, and it's great to see this journey of both of them throughout this movie. And then Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. This guy, he just plays this character so great as someone that really hates Superman. Like you just mentioned the word Superman, you know that he's gonna just be irritated. You can probably see his eyes twitch just by the thought of it. And I really love Lex Luthor's goons, because it does kind of remind me of the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeves, and also with Gene Hackman as Lex Luthor, with the whole, like with his goons. He got Otis and all that. Here he's got like kind of like an army of goons. Imagine working for Lex Luthor, right? A company, and so his workers are like his yes men. They're like everywhere. They're there for his beck and call, and if you were to drop something, they'll pick it right up. So he has like minions just really helping him out and doing everything he's saying. And that's funny how they do that with this movie. And also, Jimmy Olsen, you have Perry White, and they all, for their moment, they all have their moment to shine. Just fun scenes, especially Jimmy Olsen. I really like Jimmy Olsen in this one. And then let's go on to the superhero sides of the other characters, like Hawk Girl. You got Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific. So they're pretty much in a team. They're working together. And then you have Superman, and they're there to just help out with other crimes and other disasters. And Guy Gardner, he's just a fun character. As you've seen in the trailer, he's flipping off tanks and all that with his powers. And he is Nathan Fillion. He's just great just to watch. And Mr. Terrific, this is going to be like my new favorite character in the movie. Just his powers are crazy. Every time you're going to introduce a character with crazy powers, James Gunn is going to take advantage of capturing that on the screen. And kind of like that moment when you watch Yondu using his powers in Guardians of the Galaxy. You're like, wow, this is cool. Mr. Terrific has that moment in this movie. And Crypto's just, it's a lovable dog. It's a CG dog. You can tell it's CG, but just watching it is still fun. And I did wish that maybe if they have a real dog just to move around. But yeah, Crypto's flying all over the place, so I get it. What would happen if Superman were to exist to try to do things, and there's like the politics behind what people have to go through, because Superman is entering foreign soil, he's doing this and that. Does he have to contact the United States government to do this? But in Superman's mind, if he sees someone getting hurt, he doesn't care about all that stuff. He's just gonna save that person. He's gonna save people, whether it's gonna piss off countries, and that's what he's gonna do. Yeah, I think the pacing's right. Like, there's so many different elements to this movie that it shows and introduces you to, because there's a lot of surprises in this movie, and it's like a crazy adventure. You're going on this adventure, and all these different characters, because you still have other characters in the movie that are that have their own wants and interests. And of course, it's still a Superman movie. You still get to see him. You get to see him being powerful. You get to see him being vulnerable, and you really get to see him just trying to prove himself that, hey, I don't care, what you think of me. Like, this is who I am, and I'm just gonna keep on being me. I'm gonna keep on doing the things I do, save people, and you're not gonna stop me, no matter what. Yeah. So those are my thoughts for Superman. I think James Gunn did a great job with directing a Superman film, and where would I rank this, right, with the other James Gunn films? I still love the Guardians films, like with the characters and the adventures they go through, and Volume 3, Rocket Raccoon's story. That's hard to beat, because I'm a sucker for those type of stories with just seeing like a redemption arc, and then seeing just like a tortured past for Rocket, and it just hits me in the feel. This one, for the emotional beats, there are emotional beats here and there, not enough like in his other previous movies, but it's still Superman just trying to do what he does and dealing with Lex Luthor and other villains. And I think I wouldn't say it's my favorite of the James Gunn films, but it's definitely one of my most enjoyable ones. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Superman. Let me know what your thoughts are once the movie comes out on the comments below. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.